Hey everyone, welcome back to Dweeb Factory. My name is Bo, and I've had way too many off-brand cinnamon rolls this week.
Hey there, guys. I'm Kevin, and I'm a rubber man.
And I'm Zach, and I think child labor laws are like silly and outdated.
They kind of are.
By the way, welcome our new host, Anda.
Hello.
Let's get right into the first news topic. What's up?
Awesome. Gareth Edwards, best known for Godzilla, is directing 2016 Star Wars Rogue One film. He says this is the first Star Wars prequel to follow the Rebel Alliance battle with the Empire before A New Hope. One thing that's clear is that the film will include almost original characters. Rumor has it that our fave Sith Lord could probably appear. So, Zach, do you like the idea of them bringing back Darth Vader?
Yes, so Disney, since they've been, or taken over Star Wars, they're continuing with, Kylo Ren and Rey and all the new characters. So, but the thing is, though, they're going back and retelling stories through the books, through Star Wars Rebels, Lords of the Sith, everything. And we're actually starting to really understand who Darth Vader was. Reads Lords of the Sith. It really shows the interaction between Lord Palpatine and Darth Vader and the understanding of the power of the one and the two between them. And we really get to understand who Anakin is in the Marvel Comics right now. I want him to be in the movies purely because I want to see him done right. When he was in the first three movies, he was an old man. He was retired. He was the Sith Lord. In the first three movies, he was whiny emo Anakin. We never got to see him in his prime between the movies. If I get to see him in Rogue One for a couple seconds, I'm excited. That's why I like Star Wars Rebels, is you get to see him in that time period. I think it's absolutely amazing. What do you guys think?
What I really like about Star Wars is my favorite trailer was back in the day when at the end of, I forget what trailer it was, people are going to butcher me, but it's when you see the Death Star actually being built. To me, that was just, oh, wow. That's some really cool throwback, especially as someone who, I was really young when Phantom Menace and all that came out, and so to go back and then rewatch all of the other Star Wars films, to see that and to know how iconic of an actual item that is in the films, to see that actually being built, I thought that was great. And you can kind of, when you think Death Star, you think, well, Vader's hanging out there. And so to get a lot more of a background on not necessarily Anakin when he was doing all the pod racing, we've already had that, but Anakin after the fact, at the end of episode 3, when he's got the Vader mask being put on him, when he's got the whole, after he's already fallen into the lava and whatnot.
And he's really Vader. That's
exactly.
the thing. He's becoming Sith Lord.
That's Vader in his prime. Because like you were saying, we haven't seen Vader in his prime. We've seen Vader at the end of a wisdom prime and also at the end of a talent prime. But I want to see both of those conjoined together, and that's what I'm really excited about. We're going to have some canon released about him in Battlefront, with EA releasing that soon on the PlayStation and everything else. That's a lot of what I'm excited about, is just Vader Prime.
Yeah, and I mean, Vader, they are fleshing out his backstory a little bit with this, or not necessarily the backstory. We've already seen all of everything leading up, but just how he kind of transitions into that role of the Dark One, or however you want to put it, just going fully over to the dark side, just giving in. One thing that I've actually been really excited about is not necessarily all of the movies, but the comics. How
really
Disney
good.
and Marvel are teaming up.
Really good.
And like there's a Lando comic nowadays. Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm super
That's
excited
stupid,
about
but
that one.
The Darth Vader one's really good.
Well, it's content. It gives it provides some background. It provides some bridge into the background of
everything
Vader
that we love.
Yeah. So,
and what do we have next?
Let's see. So, during an interview with the star of upcoming movie Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, he commented on the possibility of a Deadpool X-Men crossover movie. He goes on to say you have character names from the comic book movie and then real life names, which kind of can break that fourth wall. So how do you introduce that into a universe that doesn't do that? So I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but Bo, do you think it could work? The
Deadpool and X-Men crossover and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Ryan Reynolds' big thing was, I don't see how it would work with a character who knows he's in a comic book movie, who knows he's in an actual comic book. I don't see how an actual character could work with a crossover into that universe. And my whole thing was, well, then Ryan Reynolds obviously hasn't read the comic books because they'll figure out a way to make it work. It always can happen. It's one simple line of dialogue. Oh, well, this happened, and now Deadpool knows. That's how it can work. I think with Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool now, and with him announcing that this is the last superhero movie he's going to do, this is the last Deadpool role he's going to do, that's the only thing that could inhibit it from really crossing over into the X-Men universe with, say, Hugh Jackman not being Wolverine anymore, nothing like that. That's what could inhibit that.
Yeah. And just Ryan Reynolds has been wanting to play this part for so long that we're finally getting to see it on the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's really going to try and get as many opportunities to do it as he wants. I mean, if we look at the comics, we see the whole blue and yellow Deadpool X-Men suit. That would be amazing to see on the big screen, especially with all the other X-Men thrown in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they could even play it off as a huge humor piece where Deadpool's the only actual character in the movie who knows that he's in a movie, and like the 3D, he's like waving at the crowd and like shaking hands with the audience, I mean, I think they'll, like you said, they'll find some creative ways to at least incorporate him into it. I mean, he has so much passion for the role.
I just don't see how there's not enough people to do that.
But that's the thing that I was going to talk about was the fact that X-Men is getting real serious. Bryan Singer's all about saying X-Men Apocalypse, the birth of the X-Men. I feel like it's two creative teams that can't mesh together. And then Ryan Reynolds doesn't want to play superhero movies anymore. Like he got emotionally battered because of what he did with Green Lantern, and he's purely doing Deadpool for himself and because of the fans. Mm-hmm. But I feel these comments are not a reflection on the characters of X-Men Deadpool. Take away all the actors, Bryan Singer, everyone. Yes, X-Men and Deadpool could totally mesh and be a crossover. It should be. It is every single week. I read it in the comics and spend $60 a week in buying those comics. Nice. They do it perfectly. The issue is movie politics. Does Ryan Reynolds want to keep playing it? Maybe not. Mm-hmm. Does Bryan Singer...
Is it going to sell?
Yeah, exactly. Does Bryan Singer want to jump on board and incorporate X-Men into his movie? Probably not. Bryan Singer's a really serious, dramatic actor... director, and wants to be like Chris Nolan, and I don't know, just it's really confusing. The issue is that Ryan Reynolds wants to do a goofy chimichanga, tacos, like inappropriate Deadpool.
Yeah.
And his point is like, I'm doing straight from the comics Deadpool. I'm not going to censor myself to be in an X-Men movie. Plus, I don't want to be in any more X-Men movies. So I'm excited.
Look how the last one went that he was in.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see the new Deadpool. But yeah, I think he's done after this. Endo, what do we got next?
Rapid news.
Rapid news? Guys, this is our rapid news segment. It's going to start off on a topic. We start off at 30 seconds, and we get shorter and shorter. It's a lot of fun. Endo, what's our first piece of news?
Our first is South Park was just renewed until 2019, and we're going to start with Kevin.
All right.
Go.
Oh, man. Okay. South Park. 4 more years of South Park, which is exactly what everybody wants. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm so excited for this, guys. We got crazy new stories coming out. I can't imagine what kind of pop culture stuff they're going to hit on in the next 4 years. Heck, even new games. We've seen that they've already come out with another new game with E3,
which are very popular.
Fractured but whole. But the Stick of Truth was great, and that's a sequel. But we'll go into that later. I'm super excited for the show. I cannot wait for 4 more years of South Park.
All right, Bo, you ready?
Okay.
Let's go.
Crocodile Hunter is what I want to see more of. I want to see more of the thumb. I want to see more of Jesus with an M16. I want to see more of the Jew class from the Stick of Truth. I just want to see just a wonderful game. I can't wait for a third video game that could hopefully wrap all that up. I just want to see South Park go hard. Mother!
Talking so slow, it's rapid news.
I tried.
Bo sounds like Marvin Gaye, just like,
let's
get it on.
This is mellow.
South Park is your... All right. I'm going.
Zach, ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
South Park is absolutely amazing. If you guys not seen the documentary of how they shoot South Park on a weekly and daily basis, shout out to Bill Hader, who I love, who like actually writes everything in Hollywood but never takes credit for. South Park is great. They need to go to 2050, and like their kids need to learn how to ride it, and their kids' need to learn how to ride it. And
Hit the sport.
South Park's revolutionary. It needs to keep on going. It keeps us on pop culture. I absolutely love it.
Well done.
That was actually
That was
nice
really
timing.
good.
I practice it in the mirror a
was
lot.
great,
I
man.
practice it in the mirror and like my enunciations.
Right.
Yep.
All right, next order of business. Goosebumps trailer with Jack Black. Bo, you want to start us off?
I would love to
All right,
start us off
let's do
with
it.
Jack Black basically being R.L. Stein, basically having his own characters come alive in the book. And I just want to see Jack Black be ridiculous. I have no hopes going into this.
Don't.
Zero. But I want to see Jack Black. That's the only reason I want to go see this movie.
Under time.
Zach,
Nicely done.
what is your opinion about the Goosebumps movie? Go.
I hate it. I hated this trailer. Since the first piece of news, I was so excited about this. I read Goosebumps. I watched Goosebumps when I came home. It got me scared. It got me creeped out, and I loved it. That's the reason why, like, me and my sister Sierra, like, obsess over scary movies, which no one understands. If you're a horror fan, let's go party. Oh my gosh. Goosebumps is awful. It was scary.
You're done.
You're done.
Ready?
I'm ready. Let's
done.
do it.
Go.
All right. I wasn't a huge Goosebumps fan whenever I was growing up. Magic Treehouse for life. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm actually a little bit optimistic about this movie, just a tiny bit. I mean, I love Jack Black. I know he's going to bring his own brand of humor to this, and humor and scary can work well. It can work really well.
No, I like that. You guys had really good opinions about that movie. Okay, moving on.
What do you got?
Give me a
We are
throwdown,
at
dog.
World of Warcraft. All right. Last patch of this expansion. We're gonna start with Kevin. Okay. Go.
All right, let's start with the guy who doesn't play World of Warcraft. I mean, I used to play in the past. It's a great game, and just this huge universe just keeps getting bigger. They just keep expanding on it.
Stop. Sorry. You had like 2 extra seconds. Okay. My bad.
You're
Well,
good.
Coming off early. Wow. Okay. Well,
She's just
that's
like, I hate your
okay.
comments. You're done.
Sorry.
He doesn't play World of Warcraft.
And it's Zach's turn. Go.
World of Crap. Well, blah, blah.
World of crap.
Wow.
Start his time over.
No.
Start his
Cut his
time
time.
over. Yeah,
Cut his time.
cut his time.
Let's
You
go.
call it
Let's
World
go.
of crap.
I'm good.
1, 2, ready.
Start it over.
Go.
WoW is great. I haven't played it like Kevin, and everyone's like, "Oh, Zach and Kevin, I hate them forever." But I can respect it from business side. It's been,
I hate doing that.
do this rapid news.
It could be
I thought it was to be such a great idea. Now it's screwing us all up. We sound like
And we're moving
morons.
on.
All right, Bo, you got 10 seconds.
This is
dude.
our last one, and it's 5 seconds.
No. Bo didn't talk about World of Warcraft yet.
Oh, yeah.
The,
You're
the
good,
one,
plug
the
it.
one guy
It's
who
your
plays?
turn. Ready?
He's the only one who has anything to say about
don't
it.
feel like
We're all
you're ready.
morons.
He only has 10 seconds.
I don't feel like you're
He's
ready
good.
right now.
He's good.
You better,
Okay.
you better be ready to
Let's
talk
go.
fast, dude.
Okay,
Let's go.
start.
Second patch of the expansion. It's the last patch of the expansion. Last expansion had 4 patches. Why is this happening? Because Blizzard wants to add an expansion every single year now.
Stop.
So it was like two.
sweet was that?
Photo
man?
finish.
That was like 2 Forrest Gumps
Skin
and an
cells.
Einstein talking at the same time.
Yes.
This is our last order of news. Ready? Rapid
All right.
news. 5 seconds. Okay. Dragon Ball Super, and this is the new series. And Bo, you're gonna start. Ready? Launch.
Vegeta. Vegeta's my favorite. Vegeta. I want
Stop.
more Vegeta. Come
Kevin.
on, man.
When Bo's just like, I don't know what to say, I'm
I
totally
had
Marvin
more
Gaye.
to say about Vegeta, dog.
Ready?
5 seconds, okay.
Go.
All right, I already saw the first episode of Dragon Ball Super. It's a little boring, but that does not mean it's going to suck. It's going to be
Stop.
great.
That was good. Zach, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
I'm so excited! Dragon Ball Super is gonna be great. I'm a 10-year-old again.
This is Zach at home.
My wife's like, we'll go into the other room. I'm like, yes, Dragon Ball is on. Sorry, actually, and what do we?
It's toasted, dude.
What do we have next?
All right. So Marvel has announced they're bringing 2014's biggest movie to the television.
Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Oh, sorry.
With the animated series Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. So this wacky group of intergalactic heroes will make their way to Disney in 2015. Zach, anything to say?
Not Dragon Ball Z. Okay. No, I'm actually really excited about this. Marvel is incorporating their movies with their TV shows, the animated series. DC's been killing it on the animated series side. Marvel's stepping it up. If you guys ever watched Boys Meets World?
Boy Meets World.
Oh, my wife's gonna
Boys
kill
Meets
me.
Worlds.
Yeah, the boys and the girls meets the worlds.
All of them do.
The guy who
Boys
plays
Meets
Eric,
Worlds.
who is great, who is totally underrated. He is doing
Will
the,
Friedle.
Yes, he's doing the voice of Star-Lord, who also did the voice of Batman Beyond.
Yep. And Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible.
Yep. Yeah.
Great voice.
That's his best role ever.
I didn't
no.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Friedle.
It's going to be so good. Rocket, Groot. Can I watch them every single week? Yes, I can. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Thought it was an amazing movie. Can't wait for Volume 2. Kevin, what do you think about the animated series?
Okay. I loved Guardians the movie. I am not liking the cartoon.
Thank you.
From the trailer, it looks visually appealing, but just from the storyline, I mean, I used to watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the actual Avengers cartoon.
Yeah, that was awful.
No, dude, Earth's Mightiest Heroes is the good one. Avengers Assemble is awful.
No, Avengers Assemble's way better.
I hate you right now.
Dude, the art is so much better in Avengers Assemble.
Okay. Like I said, Guardians looks visually appealing. As soon as Disney got their hands...
Oh, is Avengers Assemble still on the air?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It can't. No, Avengers Assemble's still on the air. Avengers...
Earth's Mightiest
Yeah,
Heroes.
that's awful. I don't even know the name because it's that bad.
It was such a better series, dude. If you just take the time to actually watch it, it's
I did.
such a better series.
I watched all the time.
I watched the entire thing.
And I lost 5 pounds because I threw up every single time I watched it in
Here's
a
the
bucket.
thing. Here's the
as soon
thing.
as Disney got their hands on Avengers Assemble, it went to crap. It's the same story over and over and over. It's the Cabal every single episode.
They did
ahead.
Ultron
I'm
for like 5
done.
episodes. It was great.
Okay, here's how I feel about it. Coming from someone who actually did not like Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought it was very annoying. I actually went on a double date to go see this movie, and the entire time I was embarrassed to go see this movie because I was just like, this is awkward. I could not stand the Groot character. The only characters I liked was Rocket Raccoon and Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. That's what I liked. Now, because Star-Lord is not going to be with Chris Pratt, I'm like, why? That's the whole reason I got into the movie was Chris Pratt. Why is he not going to be in this, you know? And so for someone from the outside looking in who's not a hardcore Marvel fan, who's not a hardcore Guardians of the Galaxy fan, I would like to be entertained by this by actually having some of the return characters. But now I'm not going to waste my time watching this just because those key characters that I got into are not going to be there.
So Vin Diesel's not doing Groot?
I hope he's not. I hope Groot dies. I hope Groot got
Whoa,
uprooted and
whoa,
thrown into
no,
the galaxy.
No,
yeah, well,
stop.
That's what I want.
It's blasphemy, Bo.
That's what I want.
Stop.
Okay.
And
Groot
what do we
will
have
come back.
next?
Oh,
So I
we're
don't have
supposed
to hear
to
a
at the same
Bo
time.
Groot
tear
will
apart
come back.
my
The same
favorite 2014
time.
movie.
All right, so although Daredevil Season 2 isn't heading our way until 2016, it's already clear the Netflix Marvel series is touting an impressive cast. They are adding Punisher and then now confirmed Elektra, played by French actress Elodie Young. Do you think Daredevil Season 2 is putting too much on their plate with all these additional characters, Kevin?
I don't think they're putting too many characters on their plate. They may have to use a little bit of time to flesh out the backstory, but just the way that the first season was written and how it was portrayed, I really don't see how they can go wrong with adding on these iconic characters, especially with Elektra in a Daredevil series. That's pretty much a given. Adding Punisher just ramps it up to the next level. You know, we're gonna get some crazy fight scenes out of this, and honestly, Punisher's probably just gonna do whatever he wants. You know, like Daredevil almost
Bo?
has a code, but
Bo does whatever he wants.
yeah, kind of like Zach, who just talks whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
No, my whole thing is it worked well with Matt Murdock and his homies, which were the chick and the
Foggy.
dude. Yeah, we don't care about them. It's just Matt Murdock and Kingpin is really all we care about in the first season. Okay, let's just be straight up with each other. Okay, guys.
Fair enough.
My whole thing is there was a lot already going on between those two characters, between Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, and Daredevil, Matt Murdock. There was a ton going on. To add in a lot more characters, it could be a little bit chaotic. You saw what happened with Hemlock Grove season 1, how there was really only 2 or 3 main characters, and it was a wonderful, wonderful acting dynamic. And then as soon as you added in all of these other people, it was like, well, hold on, I don't know what's specifically going on here. And I don't want that to happen. Not to say the 16, 17, 18 writing teams haven't already taken this into consideration and figured this out already, but it's something that could potentially go wrong just because there's too much going on. Not necessarily, oh, everything was awesome in the first season, let's just add everyone. You know, because we've heard we've heard rumored Iron Fist, we've heard rumored, you know, Bullet dude, Colin Farrell's old character. Yeah, he was horrible. So I don't know.
I think for me, I think this is a huge mistake. I love Daredevil. I love Marvel Universe. I love the direction they're taking with Netflix. The issue that I have is they're being too ambitious. Let's just we had a great first season. Let's just throw it all in there.
Yeah.
It's just Netflix is a great platform. Daredevil's great. Stephen McKnight not returning as a producer and overseer and showrunner who did Spartacus. He's leaving. He's doing movies now. We have Drew Goddard still writing the script, but I think it's too ambitious. I'm not sure where it's going to take us. The girl playing Elektra looks great. But I think it's a little too ambitious. I'm lowering my expectations for Daredevil Season 2. It's going to kind of be like Dark Knight Rises. Like, just walk in just knowing it might be okay, and you might get your ticket service out. It's just, I don't know. But I'll watch it, but I think it's too crowded. And what else do we have?
All right, so next on the list is developer Studio Wildcard on Tuesday announced that the game has now sold more than 1 million copies and is receiving official modding support on PC by way of a new partnership with Epic Games. So, Bo, what do you think about the game currently and what the future has in store for this game?
Okay, Ark. Ark is awesome strictly because it's world survival. There's not a lot of other games that are out there that you have to build your personal world from the bottom to the top. And also, you could sacrifice everything because you just slept beside the wrong fern or under the wrong rock, and some guy found you and kicked you to nothing, and when you get back in the game, you spawn as just having your underwear on. I had a guy that sent me a message that was so furious that some guys raided my camp that I built. It took me a month to build. They killed my dodo bird. They killed my raptor. They killed my triceratops. And like, he was legitimately upset about this. And what I was thinking was just like, my exact message to him was, bro, that sounds like a waste of time.
It sounds like my cousin Carter.
But
no, Parker. Sorry,
But the thing
Parker.
is
the evil one. The Carter's the good one. Parker's the evil one. That's the way it works.
Right. Yeah. But the thing about Ark though is that you look at games like Skyrim, you look at games like Fallout 3, and especially with New Vegas, whenever that hit, and all of the modding support with Skyrim, with all the modding support with Fallout, even Morrowind on Elder Scrolls 3, there was so much lifespan added to those games strictly because of modding support. You would see so many memes flooding the internet of just how I play Skyrim on Xbox, how I play Skyrim on PlayStation, and it's just a character standing there. And then it's how I play Skyrim on PC. And then it's suddenly someone who just looks like they're from a magazine with a duck for a head and all sorts of dumb, weird stuff. And it makes the game change so much. And with modding support, with you being able to add that stuff, there's texture mods. There's, for serious, there's things like that. Texture mods, there's things like that and everything. But in order to really change the lifespan of a game, I think modding is really what does it.
Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look at games like Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PC. People are still modding Grand Theft Auto 4. Skyrim is a huge game in and of itself, but when you add on the concept of user-generated content, it's endless. I mean, people talk about games like No Man's Sky, where it's just conceptually, mathematically generated. I mean, whenever you take that formula out of the equation and people are just free to create whatever they want. I mean, we look at games like Little Big Planet. Their series is amazing. So many great user-generated levels and all kinds of concepts that they've come up with. That new Dream game that Sony's putting out from Media Molecule. I think when you really put the creative content in the hands of gamers is when you find some of the most fun stuff out there. Just
that's why I think is like Minecraft. I looked at that as a non-gamer, and I was like, what are they playing? Like, this is blocks on blocks on blocks. Like, sounds like a rap video, blocks on blocks on blocks. But it's just like, what are they playing? But when I really started to play the game, research it as like a non-hardcore gamer, those are the best games. The games that have a free end, fully customizable, mods keep coming out for it. Gamers want to have their own choice of how they play it, where they play it. They want to have their own selection. And actually, that makes me want to get into gaming more. That I get actually customize the game that I want. It makes a block game like Minecraft seem attractive because I can build a giant castle.
There's freedom there.
Yeah, I can build a giant castle for myself, and my wife can build her own castle, and she can stay in her own castle. I don't have to deal with her. And then my kid can stay in my castle on the weekends. Yeah, it's fine.
That's called divorce.
Oh, that is? But it's digital and it's not real. But I get a
passive aggressive.
Oh my gosh. I love my wife, Dad. Or anyways, Anda, what do we have next?
All right, last order of business. Blizzard's Hearthstone will have a new expansion added, which will contain a ton of content. So, Zach, what do you think of Hearthstone in general, and what the new expansion is going to be about?
So I started playing Hearthstone a week and a half ago. I went to Epic Gaming Lounge, which has Hearthstone nights on Wednesdays in Dallas and Allen. I loved it. Bo dragged me into it like a small child into a nursery, and guess what? It's fun. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day.
You did?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Do you know why I loved Yu-Gi-Oh? I played Magic. No.
Here.
I played Magic in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I respect that, man.
Just
you played Magic, I totally respect that.
I hated Magic. Do you know why?
Oh.
Because you could spend $10 and kill somebody else who spent $100 on a deck. I'm not smart. I have money. That's why I love like. Come on, if you invest $100 into a deck, Kevin, you want it to be good, right? You don't want some kid off the street with a $10 deck wrecking your stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh was that for me. I could spend $100 on a deck, and guess what? I'd wreck all the 5-year-olds in the yard. Mm-hmm. That sounds so bad coming out of my mouth, but I like Hearthstone's a recall that for me. Like, Hearthstone takes a lot of strategy. You cannot spend money and own. I absolutely love it. I've heard Bo talk about it. I've heard a lot of people at Epic Gaming talk about it, how great it was. I'm like, cool gaming stuff, World of Warcraft. You guys are weird nerds. I've been playing for a week. I've been playing it for a week.
Hey, we're not nerds. We are dweebs, and we are proud of that.
Yeah. I love the game. I absolutely love it. I play every single night till 2 a.m. in the morning. I bug Carter. I bug Bo. I bug every random person in the world. Play Hearthstone with me.
Okay.
And even on top of that, I love watching the live Hearthstone tournaments that go on PvP Live. I'm sucked into it. It's great. Kevin, Bo, you are a hardcore Hearthstone gamer. Kevin hasn't gotten into it yet, but Bo,
I got callus on my hands.
Let's sell Kevin on Hearthstone because
sell me on it. What am I as a guy who doesn't typically get into like the mobile games and that kind of
strategy?
Yeah.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yeah, I love tactics.
Anticipating a move. That's the whole reason I love Hearthstone.
Oh, so you have to like face your guys the right direction?
Not like that. But it's anticipating really the strategy of your opponent. Anticipating what is the next thing that they're going to do. Are they going to have a card that after I defeat this opponent, it's going to sprout something else? Or if I play something, they're going to suddenly react to it.
Are you going to activate their trap card?
Dude, there's tons of trap cards.
That's why I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
I got my snake trap
traps
on my
traps
hunter.
on traps.
Snake trap on my hunter, you know? So, no, there's a lot of cool things about Hearthstone strictly because you don't have to... Now, a lot of people will argue, oh, you have to spend so much money to get a good deck. You don't. You can go through every single raid in Hearthstone with a basic deck. Go to hearthpawn.com.
Wait, no,
There's
I
a
told
basic deck
if
you
I
can do for every single boss, including Heroic.
I was told if I spend money, I can win. That's why I like it.
Of course you can. Of course you can. If you just go and buy a bunch of actual decks and stuff, you're going to actually get great decks to put together. But if you go and actually do raids like Naxxramas and you go actually do raids like Blackrock Mountain that have exclusive 30 cards for each of those raids, you're going to get a lot of the Death Rattle cards. You're going to get a lot of the other fire cards. You're going to get some of the cards that you throw out this one dwarf and he suddenly does 2 damage to every enemy on the board.
Don't you think those are a little OP?
You. Do the raid. You'll get it. That's my point.
Oh, so I can BOP?
No, it's the same formula Blizzard applies to every single game where if you grind it out, you'll get the best stuff.
Down. Kevin, come on. Try it out this week. You down?
We've played
Come
Diablo.
on, dude.
You do not
Let's
get the
go
best
down.
stuff unless you're grinding in,
Fair enough.
the best riffs.
You downloaded this week?
You do some crazy
Come
greater
on. Download it
rift.
this week. Let's get it done. Right here.
All right, you guys swayed me on it.
Let's go.
I'll reserve some judgment till later on.
There goes Kevin's paycheck. And what else do we have this week?
You know what? My job here is done.
Ooh, that means we're going to talk a little bit about what we got coming up in the following month.
Yep.
Biggest thing that we've mentioned has been SCG, that Zach is actually going to be at mostly.
I'm super excited, guys. It's all original Dragon Ball Z voice actors. It's going to be full arcade. If you guys have watched Screw Attack or ever heard of them, guess what? They're going to be in Frisco, Texas this next weekend. Show up, have so much fun. We're going to play arcades, set something on fire probably.
Hang out with us.
Austin's going to hate me for that. But guys, be there. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be shooting media coverage of it, hanging out with everyone. Epic Gaming Lounge is having a full-on tournament there. Sign up. Let's go. If you guys have not been in a full-on gaming tournament, you're probably...
A normal person?
No, you're not good or you're not rich. Because if you get in these tournaments, you have skill, you're
haven't
winning money.
experienced life.
It's tons of fun. And then the next weekend, Bo, what do we have after that? We have QuakeCon, don't we?
We have QuakeCon, which we did receive media passes for. High five.
Bomb.
So you're going to see... High five. Hand hug. So you're going to be seeing a lot
You're
of
good.
me getting Moonburn, staying inside all day, playing Borderlands pre-sequel, and playing all sorts of other fun games.
Where's that one at again?
Hilton Anatol in downtown
Okay,
Dallas. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be able to see a lot of the wizards who bring their R2-D2 machines and their tanks that shoot people, PCs and whatnot. A lot of giveaways. There's going to be a lot of GTX 980s and whatnot given away. Who knows? You might even see a Titan Z. Some i7s being thrown out because Intel sponsoring
Some black
it as
eyes
well.
and broken bones
It's
from
going to
some
be so
good
much fun.
gaming gear.
Some black guys. It's going to be so much fun though. So that's just some of the things that we're excited about. We're happy to have Anda on the show this week. As always, thank you very much for tuning in with us. Follow us on Twitter at Dweeb Factory. If you want to hear from us or talk to us a little bit more about something, or I guess rant about something, or tell us how dumb we are, send us an email, dweebfactorytx, that's Tango Xylophone, dweebfactorytx@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. As always, have a good rest of the day. Subscribe.